Hello reception class, here is a little video to explain our English lesson for today. So for today's lesson you will need a pencil and the sheet from your pack that you can see on the screen. So it's the one that says dinosaur fact file at the top and looks like that. So if you just want to pause me and get those things ready now please. Right, before we start reception class, we will just have a little recap of our learning from yesterday. So yesterday we were talking about the differences between non-fiction and fiction or story books. So, can you just pause me and have a little think? Can you remember any of the differences that we talked about yesterday between fiction and non-fiction books? Have a little think now. Right, yesterday we said non-fiction books are true, they're about real life, whereas fiction storybooks are make-believe. Yesterday we also found out that all information books have contents pages, and that means that you don't have to read a non-fiction book in order from the beginning to the end. You could just choose a chapter to read from the contents page. So you just choose something you would like to find out about and go to that page. We also said that non-fiction books have headings. The heading is the name of that chapter, and they have an index page at the back. An index page gives you the important words from the story, keywords, and on what page you'll find those keywords. And we also said that usually fiction books have drawings in, whereas non-fiction or information books have photographs in, but that is not always the case, that's just sometimes. Right, so today we are going to start reading this non-fiction book, I Love Dinosaurs. We're not going to start right at the beginning. Today we're going to read just two of the chapters, and the first chapter we are going to read is the chapter that is all about a dinosaur called a Triceratops. So if I look carefully at the contents page, if I want to find out about a Triceratops, I can see here that I need to go to page 12. So I'm going to do that now. And there we go, we have the heading Triceratops at the top of page 12. Well, we're just going to have a read of this page together to see what we can find out about the Triceratops. And there's a big picture of this page on your screen too. So it says, Triceratops was a peaceful plant eater. So another word for plant eater is herbivore. We've learnt that before. So Triceratops was a peaceful plant eater for most of the time. However, if an enemy came near, it charged with its head down and jabbed with its long, sharp horns. The wide frill of bone over its neck, that's this bit here, made it look even more scary. Like all dinosaurs, Triceratops had tough, scaly skin. Triceratops used the long, sharp horns above its eyes to stab its enemies. So its enemies would have been any dinosaurs that wanted to hurt it. Triceratops had to protect itself. When you protect yourself, it means you're trying to keep yourself safe. So it had to protect itself from big meat eaters like this dinosaur, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And the next page we're going to read today is all about a Stegosaurus. So I'm going to go back to my contents page again to see which page I need to go to learn about a Stegosaurus. And I can see that here, Stegosaurus is on page 14. So I'm going to flick through the book to page 14 now. And there is a picture of this page of the book on your screen. And again, we have the heading of Stegosaurus at the top of the page. It says, this dinosaur had tall, thin plates of bone on its back. They may have soaked up the heat from the sun to warm the dinosaur up. The warmer Stegosaurus was, the faster it was able to move. Stegosaurus had a mouth shaped like a bird's beak. It used this to peck at plants. So this is another plant-eating dinosaur section, a herbivore. The back plates were as tall and wide as a pillow. They were only as thick as your wrist. The sharp spiky tail was swung at enemies that came too near. And this bit says tiny brain. Stegosaurus was as big as an elephant, but its brain was as small as your thumb. So it wasn't very clever. Right, reception class, hopefully we can remember a little bit now about a Stegosaurus and a Triceratops. And you could just rewind this video and have another listen to those pages to try and remember a little bit more. But what we are going to do, well, what you are going to do now is to complete this sheet, which is a dinosaur fact file. So you could either choose to complete this sheet about a Stegosaurus or a Triceratops. It's up to you, just pick your favourite dinosaur. Then you've got 4 different boxes that you need to complete. The first box says name of dinosaur. So with a grown-up, you could try and write the name, either Stegosaurus or Triceratops. Next box is a picture. So you need to draw a picture of your chosen dinosaur. Then it says here, what did it eat? So you can write if it's a plant eater, a herbivore, or a meat eater, a carnivore. And then this box says fact. So in here, I want you to try and write one thing that you've learned about that dinosaur. So I could write, for example, a Stegosaurus had a small brain. Okay, so if you complete that sheet now with your very best writing and then send me in a photograph of your work, please. Thank you, reception. I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. Bye.